Hi guys, MrRoflWaffles here. Today, my mind is blown because we're talking about a new zombies game mode that has just been revealed for Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. I totally didn't see this coming. I thought that when we got the reveal, we were just going to be getting D-Machine, our base map, on disc, and we weren't going to be getting any things like Grief Turned or other supplementary modes that weren't just that sort of normal classic zombies experience. But I was wrong, thankfully. I mean, this is great news as far as I'm concerned. I'm basing all of this information, by the way, on a Charlie Intel article that has just come out, so massive shout out to Charlie Intel. Let's dive into the details. We've known since the zombies reveal that Zombies this year was going to be a weird blend of campaign and MP as well as the original Zombies canon. And the reason we knew that is that we're playing in the map as multiplayer operators. And you've then got campaign characters like Weaver, and you've got original Zombies canon characters like Samantha, all mixed in with a narrative. It's a really interesting hodgepodge of different people and different worlds that previously were either very loosely or totally disconnected. They're taking it further though in this game, because this new zombies mode called Zombies Onslaught is going to feature the multiplayer maps. This is like Treyarch have basically gone, you know what? We've built like 10 MP maps. We might as well just put zombies on those maps as well. And if you guys think about it, in the past, in a given sort of DLC season, we would only actually really see like 5 outbreak points on the Earth, or maybe the moon, as to where the zombies had actually started spreading and infecting things and stuff like that. Whereas now, they're going to be able to raise the stakes so much by virtue of the fact that they're bringing us to all these MP maps. Like, we're going from 5 outbreak locations on planet Earth to potentially 20 by the end of Cold War Zombies, which just raises the levels of things so much and changes the way that we understand how the infection is going to be working in this new Dark Aether timeline of the zombie story. That has big implications, but let's talk gameplay. What do you do in the mode? Well, do you guys remember in Tag der Toten, in the end of the Easter egg, having to follow around that safe zone bubble through the map and the music going like absolutely crazy, the zombies pouring in, the sky being really dark, so it was hard to see, you just had to survive at all costs, and then the bubble closed in at the end and it got really, really tense? It looks like we're getting that, but maybe as an entire game mode this year. There's going to be some kind of energy ball or energy field that means that you have a certain area of the map that is your safe zone. And in that area of the map, you won't just take damage over time, you'll be fine. There'll be zombies coming in, but you'll survive. If you leave that area, you will start taking damage and you'll basically end up losing the game in whatever capacity it's defined in the game mode. Now, that bubble is very similar to that safe zone from Tag der Toten, except it's a lot bigger, or at least it's a lot bigger initially. So you might start on one end of the street in Miami, and then with that safe zone, with that bubble moving through the map, you'll move through with it and potentially end up getting narrative cues based on scripting that they could do to say, okay, if the bubble goes past this car, we're going to make the car explode, and under the car there's going to be a boss zombie that's going to be coming through, and we'll get like a quote when that happens. Or maybe there'll be a certain area of the map where the bubble pauses and our characters talk to each other a little bit. Maybe there's a Tannoy message from Weaver saying, hey, just checking up on you guys to make sure you're controlling the outbreak okay. Like, all those sorts of things will be possible because of the fact that we're moving through a path defined entirely by Treyarch here, and it's in an environment that we won't have ever seen before in a zombies context. And it's also super exciting because of the fact that this is something the zombies community actually talked about way back early days of the zombies mode getting popular, because people always thought, okay, going for high rounds and doing Easter eggs is a cool way to play zombies, but it is very open-ended and it's very different from the kind of style that you get in a Left 4 Dead or in an Extinction, where it's more about your journey from point A to point B that matters. It's about the ground you cover as opposed to the kind of time that you spend in the same ground just going for higher and higher and higher rounds, running in circle after circle after circle. And so what I'm really excited about here is the fact that this is going to be Treyarch's first real committed foray into doubling down on the Extinction or Left 4 Dead kind of model of bringing us on a journey that is based on where we physically go through the map, and hopefully that will mean that both for the storyline and for just the gameplay experience, we get something really unique that makes zombies feel even more fresh throughout this year of Cold War. Now, the mode is 2-player co-op, not 4, and that might give us more of an idea of what they're doing for the narrative as well, because maybe they'll have it so that our operators are talking to each other and having direct conversations in the map, and as such, they won't want it to be a bit more intimate. It could also mean that they need to keep the player count down because they're going to be spawning in loads more zombies. Like maybe it's a tech limitation thing. And as such, I'm just excited to see what kind of crazy bombastic stuff they've got planned. They do say that you get exclusive rewards from this as well. So in the same way that we've all been hoping for so many years for exclusive rewards for doing certain Easter eggs on certain maps, like for example, can you imagine if you did the Zetsubo Easter egg and at the end of it, you got rewarded with a weapon variant that was like some kind of spider-webbed covered gun that had like a certain unique zombies talent or effect or attribute on it. And if you did the DE Easter egg, you got something related to the pyramid or the moon blowing up or the massive keeper or something like that. Like specific to certain maps, getting rewards has always been something that we've wanted in the zombies community. And now this appears to be a sign that they're going to be doing that in Zombies Onslaught and basically giving us something that is related to what we're doing in that map that we will then be able to carry over as well to the rest of the regular zombies modes and also the multiplayer modes, because as you guys know from the zombies reveal, they announced that progression is unified across the modes now. And as such, if you level up in MP, you're going to be able to bring your loadout through with you into zombies and thus into Zombies Onslaught as well, which is just really, really exciting. It's all pointing in a good direction for Treyarch. They've also announced how the scoring system works. So with each surge of zombies that comes in, which get sort of bigger and more tough to take down as you progress through the mission, you're going to get elite zombies, which are essentially your mini bosses. And you're scored based on how many elites or mini bosses you take down. So there's a gold, bronze, and silver ranking system. You're basically looking to take as many mini bosses down as you possibly can as you move through the map. And if you manage to do that, you then get your exclusive rewards. They've also said that each season, new maps and rewards will be introduced for PS4 and PS5 players as well. There is one catch to all of this though, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news here, but don't shoot the messenger. I didn't make this decision, that's for sure. Zombies Onslaught is only available on PS5 until November 1st, 2021, when it becomes available on other platforms. Yeah. And I've got to say, as much as I personally really like Sony and like PlayStation and stuff like that, exclusivity like this is going to mean that this mode is going to get played a lot less. It is going to have a lot less of an impact positively for the game than it otherwise could have done. I think that it is still going to be something that really does help the mode with all the things that I've said previously, but it just means that in the same way that survival wasn't something that people really got into with Modern Warfare, I think in large part because of its exclusivity and also other reasons, but I won't get into that now, this is just going to get less attention than it otherwise could do. And to me, it's just like I get it. I get exclusivity deals are a thing. I understand, right? But an entire year is also so long. I would be so much sort of more comfortable with this if it was like a 30-day exclusivity, something like that, like they've done in the past, or a week exclusivity, something along those lines. But an entire year is rough. It's really rough. So, I mean, sound off in the comments down below with your thoughts, guys. Thank you for watching. This is your news burst about the new Zombies Onslaught mode. Subscribe if you haven't already. This would be a great time to do it for more zombies news first on this channel. Thanks for being here. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.